Hello, folks. Welcome to Pro Trader Strategies. My name's Eric Wilkinson, and this is Spotting the Trade. It's also spotting the dog who's trying to bust in here. Anyway, a couple of things we want to talk about. Economic data this week, not really a major week for the best of economic data. We will get PPI out of Great Britain, some consumer price index numbers, but for the most part, we are going to be looking forward to a bunch of our Fed governors speaking this week as, we're kind of past that whole interest rate rise area. And now we get to listen to all of these Fed governors speak their positions going forward. But for the most part today, pretty light day for being a Monday. We're not going to get a lot of economic data across the board here in the United States. One thing we will get is the Empire manufacturing number, that coming in better than expected at 30.9, expected to be 22.1. Now we've been seeing these numbers come in on the manufacturing side a little bit light. That's given me a bit of a pause on especially things like crude oil. Getting that move to the upside. I've been fading that $100 a barrel. Well, if we start seeing these manufacturing numbers start to creep up again, we're going to see those demand for crude oil start to creep up, because remember, polypropylene, things like that are byproducts of crude oil. When we break that down, that is what goes into the manufacturing sector. So before you folks go, make sure you guys subscribe and hit that like button right next to it. There's a bell. Make sure you guys got that, because I do a lot of videos that I pop in unannounced, and some guest videos that you guys will get notifications for if you have the little bell notified or indicated that you want to be notified, I guess. Anyway, all right, watching crude oil, it's seeing a little bit of weakness. Obviously, Empire State just came out, not going to be enough to affect this, and it's probably not directly correlated enough to affect it immediately here in crude oil. Seeing some weakness though, and testing that $80 a barrel mark. Now, I've been talking, I think the risk is towards the $70 a barrel mark before we go up towards that $80, $90 a barrel mark, or 90, 100, I meant to say. I think that we'll see the crude oil start to roll over before we're going to really see those moves to $100 anytime soon, especially with the economic data coming out a little bit lighter on the manufacturing aspect. But again, we saw the Empire manufacturing number coming out better. That could give us a little bit of upside momentum for the manufacturing sector again. Gold futures making a bit of a top here. Keep in mind, we saw this topping pattern on Friday. We haven't gotten confirmation of it. As a matter of fact, we made another high here on an opening. So we're going to be looking for this candle to be the hangman doji, if you will, at the top of a move. So if you're looking to play this on a swing move, more higher risk tolerant folks will be getting involved in on these topping patterns. Waiting for the confirmation is what I would suggest, especially if you're newer to swing trades and things like that. I talked about, I'm going to be using a newer platform where we can show all kinds of interesting candle setups. They actually name those. We'll be playing around with that a little bit more as we go forward here, because I'm really starting to like that platform as well. Bitcoin is making a move to the upside. Again, we're going to see inflationary aspects, I think, around the Bitcoin and some of the other cryptocurrencies there. NASDAQ across the board, we're seeing some strength here in the equities. This is carrying over from the weekend, and for the most part, the European markets being a little bit stronger today. Something to note with the equities peeling back into this trend channel. So yes, I was expecting us to kind of peter out there, maybe settle a little bit below that, but that strength into the close on Friday really got us solidly back up into this trend channel. So risk to the upside for equities right now, especially now that we're in this trend channel. I think we'll see this as acting as support. Now, as a trader, this is one of those things we would be looking for as a swing trade. We peel back up into the trend channel. A lot of times we've talked about when you come down and bounce on that trend channel, that's when you're going to want to see the confirmation resuming back to the upside. Here, when we're looking at swing trades and we break below and outside of the trend channel, we want to stay away from that trade. until we get back up into that trend channel. And that's exactly what's happened here with the E-mini S&P. So this would be a green light for a swing trade to the upside in E-mini S&Ps. Now, I haven't added anything as of right now, but that's what I'm going to be looking to add some positive deltas in my portfolio based on a swing trade that we've gotten back up into this channel. That line here will act as support here going forward. So that's the type of trade we're looking for when we're trading swing trades off of support and resistances. This doesn't have a Fibonacci, folks, but it sure does have that trend channel that we've carried over from earlier part of this year. As a matter of fact, if we even extended this to the left, you would even see that this was acting as a support for quite a long time. So we're going to continue to keep watching this as support here in the E-mini S&Ps. If you wanted to play this to the upside, that's what I'd be looking for, is some kind of out below this little level here. We call it 4640, okay? So that's what I'm looking for in the E-mini S&Ps on a play to the upside. That's all I got for you guys. Before you go, if you've had any light bulb moments here during this video, make sure you guys are hitting that like button, share this video with other folks, also subscribe and hit that little bell right there next to it. You're going to have to hit all. That gives you a notification when I pop in unannounced. And make sure you folks comment over at the side. I'm going to circle back around, make sure you folks are clear at concept. All right. So if you can't take that, take it easy.